Welcome back to Gaelic Games Fan TV. The quarter-final draw has happened, and oh my goodness me, what a draw it is thrown up. So this is the draw: Armagh versus Monaghan, Derry versus Cork, Dublin versus Mayo, Kerry versus Tyrone. I mean, like that is basically the spiciest, most tastiest draw that you could possibly have thrown up, in my opinion. I mean, I seen Tommy Rooney's tweet from off the ball like a couple of minutes before the tweet, but before the draw went live, and he was basically saying like this is probably the best draw you could ask for in terms of games, in terms of entertainment, and that's what it's thrown up. Armagh versus Monaghan, two rivals. I mean, not as big as rivals as Armagh Tyrone or Monaghan Tyrone, but two Ulster sides, two sides who know each other very well. And a great opportunity for one of those two to get to an All-Ireland semi-final. Monaghan obviously last in an All-Ireland semi-final in 2018, but they haven't been there too often. And Armagh, I think the last time Armagh was in an All-Ireland semi-final, I want to say off the top of my head, 2005. So great opportunity for them. And Derry and Cork, look, that's going to be a very interesting game. It's two sides who play very similarly. And Cork is stylistically a tough one for Derry because, you know, I feel like Derry would have been better playing someone like a Mayo, a team who's going to come onto them. Cork and Derry, that's going to be very cagey, I think, in my opinion. And Dublin versus Mayo, what can you say about that? I mean, you know, literally, as soon as this stream ends, my first thing to do will be to find out when those tickets go live, because that is a game I will 100% be all over. Yeah, Dublin Mayo, here we go. I mean, what a game, what a draw. What a Monday morning, you know, two of the biggest rivals in Gaelic football. You think of the games down the years between the two, it doesn't get much better than that. And then, if that wasn't enough, Kerry and Tyrone, another game that has plenty of history, rivalry down the years. And Tyrone have a very good record against Kerry recently, don't they? Beat them a couple of times in the league. They obviously have, beat them numerous times at the championship. I think 2019, one of the only years I can remember off the top of my head, where Kerry actually went and beat Tyrone. So yeah, what an extraordinary draw that is. We'll go on Twitter in just a moment and have a look at some of the reaction and have a look at some of the talk there. But extraordinary stuff, absolutely extraordinary stuff. You couldn't have imagined it. In some ways, you nearly think like it was that draw fixed because it was so good, but at the same time, I don't even know. I don't even care. I don't even care, to be honest with you. You know, you never know what RTE at the best of times. They were chatting about Ryan Tubridy there before it, and we all know what's going on there. So, yeah, incredible stuff. I think I've heard so far that the Armagh match is going to be on Saturday. Rumours that the Mayo game is going to be on Sunday. That was a rumour that was circulating last night. Regardless of who Mayo played, it was going to be on Sunday. So, yeah, you know, I doubt you have Dublin Mayo, Kerry, Tyrone in the same as a double header, because I think it's two gigantic games, and fans are really going to want to come for both of those two games. So I could definitely see a scenario with Dublin taking on Mayo. Probably Derry and Cork will be on the Sunday, and then on the Saturday it will probably be Armagh versus Monaghan, and it will be Tyrone versus Kerry. A lot of fans obviously travelling from the same direction, more or less, there. So certainly will be, quite tough in terms of traffic and everything else. You know, traffic will certainly be mental coming from that region. But yeah, two very, very fascinating, four very, very fascinating games. And yeah, you know, there's definitely going to be no one-sided games there, you'd imagine. You know, Armagh Monaghan, definitely even. Derry Cork, very even. I don't think there would have been any one-sided games anyway. But this 100% guarantees it. Like Dublin Mayo, Kerry Tyrone. You know, and when it comes to previewing those games during the week, I mean, there's going to be, you know, a lot to talk about, because some very, very interesting games. Just run through some comments here. Morning, mate. Let's hope for some awesome matchups. And yeah, absolutely. That is what we got. What a draw it is. Something that confused me is they asked if there would be a draw for the semis. How does it stand if there is a format in place already without the draw? Yeah, I actually missed the end. As soon as I heard Dublin Mayo, you know, I just, you know, it was like, oh my goodness me. So I knew what was coming next. I knew it was Kerry Tyrone after that. So I sort of switched off. But yeah, like I don't know what's going on with the semi-final draw, to be honest. Is it an open draw? I don't think it is. A lot of people are saying that. You know, I think it's the same format as always. Like, I'm just having a look here on the Wikipedia page just to see if they have it updated, and they don't. So, like, my understanding is that it's the winner of Kerry Tyrone plays the winner of Armagh Monaghan, and then the winner of Dublin Mayo plays the winner of Derry Cork. I could be wrong. Maybe they're going to do it differently, but that was my understanding of it anyway. But there we go. Dublin v Mayo will be Sunday. Kerry v Tyrone will be Saturday, I think. I heard that. Yeah, definitely jumping around with excitement when you see that. I mean, crazy stuff. Tasty draw, tasty stuff. Mayo v Dublin, Kerry v Tyrone will be a double header. I'm not too sure it will be a double header just because it's two huge games. You're talking about four, like they're probably the four front runners for the All Ireland. If you're going to do a sort of a power rankings, that would probably be the front four. So to have both of those two games back to back, we see all the situation last year where Armagh played Galway followed by Kerry Mayo, and it was, by the time the Kerry Mayo came around, the appetite nearly wasn't there for it because of how good Armagh Galway was. So they might be on separate, but then again, having them on the same day might make sense from a logistical point of view, just because the amount of fans who will be traveling from Ulster. But then again, I don't think there's fans will be traveling from Derry in the other case. So I think there's there's a lot of fans traveling from the province of Ulster. So I think, traffic will be mental probably coming down. But there we go. Couldn't have been more rigged for Kerry Tyrone, says Oren. Yeah, you just had a feeling it was going to happen, didn't you? You just had a feeling. Do we have a chance against Mayo, says Dublin is great. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one because I think, to be fair, Dublin need a test. We need a test, and we have it. Like, we played Roscommon, probably our best test so far. Playing Derry, obviously, in the league, a bit different playing them in the league from playing them in the championship, maybe. So it's a huge test, and look, we'll learn a lot more about Dublin come this weekend. I feel like if we can get over the line against Mayo, I would genuinely start thinking then, right, I think an All Ireland now is 100% possible. But look, Mayo will bring the colour, they'll bring the noise, they'll come in with a huge amount of momentum, having beat Galway. I'm not too sure who the bookies odds will be. I would, as a neutral, I'd probably say Mayo are the slight favourites there, just because they've played at a higher level all year. And, Dublin have looked very flat at the best of times. But it'll be interesting. We've seen Dublin play quite defensive at the best of times this year. And if they set up similarly to that against Mayo, it could really frustrate Mayo, which is strange, because normally it's often sort of been the other way around. But yeah, be very interesting. Gary says, oh my God, this is unreal. Who can call this? I'm going to call, because that's what we do, Armagh, Derry, Dublin, and Tyrone. It's a repeat of the 93 Derry saga. Yeah, first championship meeting for Derry and Cork since 1993. And what a draw that has thrown up right there. 3 of the matches have been in All-Ireland finals in the last 35 years. Yeah, fascinating stuff. Kerry versus Tyrone and Dublin versus Mayo. Oren said he said no repeat pairings for semis, apparently. Okay. Interesting stuff there. So, I mean, that would mean, so Dublin, well, I guess Derry Cork wouldn't be a repeat pairing for Dublin. Dublin Mayo, I guess, unless Mayo progressed and Cork progressed. Yeah, it'll be interesting. To see what happens there. Semi-draw can't be repeat from provincial, so potential Armagh and Derry pairing cannot happen. Okay. So it'll be interesting. I guess that means it could be an open draw then, by the looks of it. That's kind of what it sounds like right there. But I'll tell you what we'll do now is I'll share my screen here and we'll just have a look at what the world of Twitter is saying about this draw, because as we said, it's a very, very tasty draw. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just remind people who maybe haven't seen, this is the draw. So it's Armagh Monaghan, Derry Cork, Dublin Mayo, Kerry Tyrone. Obviously, the dates still need to be confirmed, but I imagine they'll be confirmed very, very quickly. Obviously, happening this coming weekend on Saturday and Sunday. There'll be 2, games on each day, double headers, everything else. And yeah, like get the wallets ready and everything else, because these are some cracking matches, like Armagh Monaghan, Derry Cork, Dublin Mayo, Kerry Tyrone, all games that have their own unique history. Derry and Cork in '93, Dublin and Mayo. I mean, we don't even need to speak about that. Kerry and Tyrone as well. The games they've had down the years, and Armagh Monaghan, look, they have plenty of history as well. And two sides who probably in the last 20 years haven't got to semi-finals too often, and what an opportunity it will be for either one of them two. So look, and to be fair, Armagh Monaghan's always been I remember Armagh Monaghan in 2021, what a cracking game that was. So look, yeah, it's very, very interesting, very, very interesting stuff. But there we go. But yeah, we'll just have a look here at what a couple of people are saying in regards to the draw, and it's certainly an interesting one. Tommy Rooney says here, of all the permutations for a quarterfinal draw, I feel that this could be the spiciest of the lot. And yeah, look, that's exactly what happened. So Tommy Rooney knows something that we don't know. But yeah, crazy draw right there. Monaghan GA talking about the draw right there. But yeah, I mean, very, very interesting draw. And yeah, I think it's going to be great attendances at all four games as well. Thomas Niblock says the All-Ireland quarterfinal draw at Lethal, Dublin Mayo, Derry Monaghan, games to be played on Saturday and Sunday. Big stuff in terms of knockout football, and it certainly is. Quarterfinal draw has been made. Who do you think will win between Derry and Cork? Ooh, I kind of fancy Cork, to be honest with you. There we go. And the first voter, look at that. Incredible stuff. In there quickly. What else have we got here? You silly ads, man. What is going on here? Mayo GA banter. I'd say Mayo fans. Interesting to know what Mayo fans think. I mean, obviously you beat Dublin the last time we played in 2021. And to be fair, I don't know if Dublin have improved much since then. It's hard to really know. And Mayo got to the final, obviously, in the end, and obviously new management and everything else. But yeah, interesting stuff. All right, but yeah. Some very, and the semi-final draw will be interesting. Be interesting to see obviously what happens as well in terms of the semi-final draw. Like obviously, as people were saying there in the comments, we can't have repeat pairings in the semi-final. So like Dublin could essentially, if they were to get past Mayo, they could draw anyone in the semi-final, because both sides in Dublin's group have been gone. So the likes of Kildare and the likes of Cork, Kildare and Roscommon are obviously not in there. And obviously there's no other Leinster sides in there. So Dublin could essentially draw anyone in the semi-final if that was the case. Kerry couldn't play Cork in a semi-final, for example. Armagh couldn't play Derry. Tyrone couldn't play Monaghan, I guess. So yeah, some interesting possible permutations in terms of the quarterfinal draw. But yeah, Kerry to renew rivalries with Tyrone. And there we go. That's some draw, says Eamon Fitzmaurice. The preliminary quarterfinal victors were well scouted. This what has learned. There you go. There's Eamon Fitzmaurice's little blog there. Looking forward to the anticipation to the quarterfinal draw. At this stage of the competition, teams won't mind who you get. Just get on with the job. Yeah, very, very interesting stuff. All right. Jamie says if it were all provincial winners, it would be Ulster v Leinster and Connacht v Munster. So if Derry and Dublin won it, it would be them. And if Kerry win, they'd play the winner of Monaghan, I think. Yeah, that could be the case. It could very well be a Dublin Kerry final. Could that be the case? Could it be a Mayo Kerry final? Could Cork maybe get to the final? I think, I think there's a lot of very interesting permutations. I really, really do. Good fixture, to be fair. I really don't want to see Derry v Monaghan 3. Could happen. But again, there can't be repeat pairings, which I think is a great thing. I think that's a good thing. I think, could it be Derry Monaghan final? That would be one for the surprise. Denise says tickets go on sale tomorrow morning at 10 after fixture details are confirmed. If there's no repeat semi-finals, what happened if Mayo, Cork, and Kerry get to the semi-finals? Yeah, I guess they're looking to avoid repeat pairings by all costs, but I mean there are some scenarios where it would be unavoidable. If you have, obviously someone's going to have to play someone there, so yeah, I guess they're going to try avoid repeat pairings as much as possible, but it's certainly not a guarantee, is it? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Denise says, I don't think Mayo will fear anyone. I don't think they will. I don't think they will. I don't think anyone really does fear anyone. I think it's open stuff. It's an open draw, open season. I don't think it will be heavily one-sided, any of the games. Do you know what I mean? Mikey says they defo heat the balls. Yeah, I mean, what are the odds of it being the best possible draw? Like the preliminary quarterfinal draw was very good as well. But look, it's great. It's great football. It's great games. So I'm not complaining. But we'll see. You never quite know, do you? With RTE, they were talking about a bit of corruption before it in Ryan Tubridy and everything else, and then straight into the draw. So yeah. Sean says, I still think Mayo will win, Sam. You know what? I think whoever can come through the game between Dublin and Mayo might just go on to do it. Hope to God they televise the games and stick their GA go where the sun don't shine. Yeah, I'd imagine they'll be on RTE. Like there'll be no clashes with the hurling games. Tailteann Cup final, I believe, is on not this weekend but next weekend. So I think they'll be all on RTE. I think that might be the end of GA Go now. I don't know if we'll see any more games on GA Go. Maybe they might have 2 quarterfinals on GA Go, 2 on RTE. I don't really know what they'll do, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, there we go. That is the quarterfinal draw. Just a reminder again: Armagh, Monaghan, Derry, Cork, Dublin Mayo, Kerry, Tyrone. The fixtures to be confirmed. Obviously in the next sort of couple of hours, and we'll know for certain what games are which. And yeah, definitely going to go to the Dublin Mayo game, so there'll certainly be a match day vlog for that. And yeah, whatever other game is on that day as well, I'll certainly be sticking around for, because they're four very, very fascinating games. Armagh, Monaghan, brilliant stuff. Kerry, Tyrone, brilliant stuff. Derry, Cork, all 4 games have their own bit of unique history. And wow, brilliant stuff. What a way to wake up on Monday morning and see a draw like that. Christmas has well and truly came early, and certainly for this weekend, it's going to be the creme de la creme of Gaelic football. 4 extremely exciting games. Make no mistake about that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the draw in the comments down below. Let me know your opinions on it. Let me know who you think, early predictions, anything like that. And yeah, there obviously will be a preview show out Wednesday or Thursday to preview the games. And as I said before, like it's 4 cracking games. You know what I mean? Like you could, I remember a couple of years ago when the quarterfinals were usually quite one-sided. It's not like that anymore now. And I think really you could make a case for any sides there to get to the semi-final. I think it's that even. It really, really is. But yeah, cheers anyone who tuned in. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Maybe we'll just run through some more comments here quickly. Gary says Armagh for Sam. Sean says, good morning. Foible Solutions. Only 2 weeks ago, they were offering a half-season GA Go pass. I don't think it's the last of it. Maybe not. But you think with the quarterfinals, semi-finals, start showing on RTE now, but we'll see. Mayo Dublin bound to be on Sunday. It'll be on RTE. I think GA Go will still have 2 quarterfinals on Sunday. Probably Armagh, Monaghan, and Kerry, Tyrone. Maybe so. Foible Solutions. Ryan Tubridy said he will pay RTE to televise the games. Yeah. Look, I mean, they'll probably give him something to televise it. Good draw. I'll take it. Yeah, there we go. Tailteann Cup final, 15th of July. So there we go. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comments down below for anyone who's not watched live. And yeah, cracking draw. Very excited for it. And as I said, preview show will be out later in the week. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And as always, I'll speak to you again.